Right now, I want to cross over to Hilton Hotel. This particular morning, the Kenya's Editors Guild, in partnership with the African Institute for Development Policy, AFIDEP, is having a meeting to discuss, among other issues, the role of the media and the ongoing efforts to develop or pilot emerging health technologies and potential to reduce the disease burden in Africa. Let's just cross over there and listen into what some of the stakeholders have to say with regards to this initiative.
Hide a little bit when you speak these kind of things, but that is where we are. And I fear, personally, that all the gains we've made since independence in terms of being at the cutting edge of things are quickly getting lost in this country. I don't think I've got a better answer for you, but that's what I can say. There was a hand elsewhere.
Sorry, my name is Vinnie Kamau from Talk Africa. I totally feel your frustrations. In terms of even using the drones in Kenya, it's really hard thing. You can ask even the cameramen who are here. But I really appreciate that Tanzania is making that milestone, because they've always had the project which was run by Huria Ramani, and they even have the first drone pilot in Tanzania, who is a female. And I don't know, maybe the fears would be combined in Africa, in Kenya, because of maybe the Zika virus. Is that maybe one of the reasons that maybe some of the people at the top, they don't want to get to that place where they will be asked those hard questions, and maybe they don't have a good answer? And maybe from your explanation, can you be able to even assure us if we were to help you push this going forward, and having Kenya come back and gain its status, are there any risks involved? Because I would be scared if we'd go the Zika virus way.
Okay, so I'm not exactly sure what I should tell you, but I've been on the forefront of the drone work in Kenya, and right now there's one company, it's called Astral Aerial. That is part of Astral Aviation. So the father owns the aircraft, Astral Aviation. The son does Astral Aerial, the drones. Those guys now have a license from the Civil Aviation Authority to fly drones consistently. Maybe they'll renew after some time. So we've worked with them a little bit. So the things are changing there. I think also in terms of legislation, there was a bit of change there. But of course, after a lot of years of sitting there and nothing happening. It's just that if you want to, so those guys have their own drones. Now they're talking about a T-20, T-30. They have them in Westlands if you go to their office. And they're working a lot in Kitale to spray the maize farms with fertilizer, a lot of things, you know. But that is now businessmen, okay? People that might be funding government in a way. For information, Astral Aviation are the guys who bring in all the vaccines. They are received here before they go to South Africa. So there might be, you know, some link there. I don't think you need to get scared about talking to government. Sometimes I can be a government officer and I don't have information. And I think as media, you have this legitimate role of making sure that you put things the way they are. So long as you get the correct information. I don't think you need to be. I mean, I'm a biologist. When I see the content of biology from developed world universities, they have a lot of these gene-driven things, synthetic biology, this kind of stuff that we don't see here completely. Just because we don't have the money, we don't have like the little things to do. If we don't make noise, we'll be left very far away. So some noise is important, I think. Yeah. What? Oh, yeah, Zika virus. Some time back, I worked for the US Army, and at that time, we were interested in viruses that are spread by mosquitoes. And we did collections of mosquitoes from most of Kenya. And the infection rates of mosquitoes here is extremely low for those arboviruses. If you're talking about dengue, it might be high, but we're talking about 3%, 5%. So Zika will be really something small. Despite the fact that it came from Uganda, which is nearby, that's the origin of Zika. It's in Kenya fine, but it won't be that big issue. Kenya, I think, is a country whereby if 5 people die, is not an issue. That's the funny thing about our country. So I wouldn't be, from the Kenyan standards, I wouldn't be so scared, but we need to do something to make sure we don't get any disease here, so we can deviate those budgets to more pressing issues. Yeah.
And thank you for staying with us. What you're watching right now on your screens is an event that is currently underway at Hilton Hotel right here in Nairobi, as the Kenya Editors Guild, in partnership with the African Institute for Development Policy, AFIDEP, is currently meeting just to explore ways in which the media can play a role in the ongoing efforts to develop emerging health technologies within the continent. We know that we are suffering a burden of quite a number of diseases, including malaria, and experts have been doing a lot, inventing, quite a number of innovations to help us mitigate some of these diseases. So what can the media do to advance this agenda? That is what our stakeholders are discussing at the Hilton Hotel. Jackie Wambiru will be giving us more details about that.